Hey there. I hope you're having a fantastic start to the year 2024. Welcome to the exciting world of data structures and algorithms. I'm glad and privileged to be the one given this opportunity to take you through this fantastic journey into the world of data structures and algorithms. Have you ever wondered why some software applications feel very slow while others are just super fast? For example, have you realized that when you do a Google search, you get a response almost instantaneously? Yet Google receives about 100,000 searches or hits in a single second, which translates to about 8.5 billion searches just in a single day. So, what magic do you think they use to create such efficient applications? Yes, you guessed it right. It is data structures and algorithms. And that is why this is a must have skill for any person who wants to pursue software engineering in future. Now, in this video, we are going to see the roadmap to this particular course. And that's why I have this course outline opened so that we can go through it and see what we're going to learn throughout the semester. Now, as a prerequisite, you need to have done introduction to programming and algorithms, and you also need to have the OOP, object-oriented programming skills. You need to understand what functions are and what classes are. This is important because we are going to be implementing these data structures using Python, which is an object-oriented programming language, and we're going to be using classes to implement these data structures. Now, this particular course was designed to make you understand the concepts and applications of data structures and algorithms, and particularly to be able to use it to solve real-world problems. Now, by the end of this course, you should be able to explain the concept of what an abstract data type is. You should also be able to describe the various data structures and their implementation. Also to explain the different sorting and searching techniques or algorithms, and also to implement these data structures on large-scale applications. Now, generally, this is a practical course, and we are going to be using the Python programming language to implement these data structures and the different algorithms that we're going to learn. Every week, we are going to be learning a bit of theory and a bit of practical on different topics. So the very first topic we're going to learn is data structures and algorithms, an introduction to it, where I'll explain the why and the different types of data structures and the different types of algorithms and how they are used in the industry. Then we're going to learn about recursion. And when we learn about any concept, most of the time we will be using an example to solve a real world problem. Like, for example, the factorial of a number using recursion, or the Fibonacci sequence using recursion. We're also going to look into the big O notation, how to analyze the time and space complexities of every line of code that we write, because henceforth, as we implement code, we are going to be looking into their big O notation, or their worst case, their performance really, in terms of time and space. Then we're going to look into these data structures, arrays, lists, dictionaries, tuples. We're also going to look into linked lists and the different types of linked lists. We're going to look into the stack, the queue, the binary tree. We have different types of binary tree. So we're going to look at the BST, the AVL, binary heap, trie. And then we're going to look into an exciting concept called hashing. and how it helps to retrieve data almost instantaneously. And also we're going to look at sorting algorithms. We have a number of sorting algorithms. We're going to look search algorithms, then the graph data structure and how to traverse it using breadth first search and also depth first search. We're also going to look into what we call the Dijkstra's algorithm and also the Bellman-Ford algorithm that are used alongside the graphs, and also the Kruskal and the Prince algorithms, and divide and conquer algorithms. And then finally, we look at dynamic programming. Now, these are very important skills. It is important at this point to mention that every big tech company will interview you on data structures and algorithms as part of their initial interviews, which is what they call the technical interview. And therefore, if you're given a challenge to implement and you're not able to, that will be the end of you for that particular interview process. So these are very important skills that you should acquire if you look forward to venturing or diving into software engineering as your career. Now, for the practical, we are going to be using an IDE which is open source, which is called VS Code or Visual Studio Code. So VS Code, commonly known as VS Code. So VS Code is an open source integrated development environment which will provide you an editor, a debugger, and also the compiler to convert the code into machine language. So it's made by Microsoft, and some part of it is open source, and I think some part of it is proprietary. But for Python, it does really well, and it has awesome features, AI powered, that can really make our coding exciting. Well, so that really wraps up this part of having the overview. In our next video, we are going to dive deep now into the fundamentals of data structures and algorithms. I'll take you through the different types of algorithms, different types of data structures, and the why we need it, and the examples of how different big tech companies are using these data structures and algorithms to implement their solution. So thank you very much, and I hope to see you on the next video. Bye.